Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Stubbs here. Welcome back to another video. This time I'm going to make a video that a few people have asked me for, and that is to make a budget drift car. So what car would I go choose? There's a decent selection of really cheap cars that you can actually go buy and tune and actually get them to drift quite well. Um, from Europe, I don't think you can get many things here that are cheap. And by cheap, I mean like under 100 grand to be able to buy the car and slightly tune it and tune it for whatever the hell you wanted it to be tuned for. Um, in From America, actually, you have the Mustang. The Mustang is very cheap. You can get a standard one for 25 grand. You can get a premium one for 48 grand. And then if you go to these higher spec ones, which have a lot of horsepower, so these are very, very good if you want to have like a really, really good drift car. So to be honest, if it's something that I would recommend you trying out, I think would be the Boss Trio 2 would be, I think, perfect because it has the perfect amount of horsepower, and all you have to do on this is buy tires and the suspension, which is what I'm thinking of doing for this video as well. Well, I was looking up a few of the cars that I can actually buy, and I came down to the conclusion that I want to get a Silvia S15. I think because it's so cheap, it's only 25 grand. Also, you can modify a lot of it, right? So if you want a drift car, usually buying the car that already has horsepower and just tuning the suspension is kind of very easy to do. But if you want something that actually, sort of makes it look nice as well, I think the S15 has that down as well. So if you buy one of these, which I will do now, also I decided to do sort of like a non-edited version of this, so I'm pretty much doing everything live right now, and I'm not gonna edit anything on it. If I do, it'll probably speed up something, but I don't know. As of right now, I'm not gonna edit any of this out. So S15, very, very cheap. So that's 2,500 of our budget gone. Power wise, this is easy to go up into power, to get up into power. How much horsepower does it have now? It's 246. Something really easy you can do to bring up that horsepower is go and change the oil. It's the same thing as Gran Turismo 5. If you change the oil on any sort of car, it doesn't matter if it's a standard or a premium, when you buy it, change the oil on it and it will actually get more horsepower. So as you guys will be able to see now, it should have more horsepower, 258. Now let's start tuning the handling of this a little bit. So buy the Comfort hard tires. These are very cheap, as you can see, they're only a grand. Suspension is a must. You have to buy that, and you have to buy the fully customizable suspension. So that's 18,000. Brakes don't necessarily need those. Transmission, I'll get back to that in a second. Differential, it is important, but it's not very, very important. I know, for drifting with a controller, like it's not extremely important to do to add on, and I'll get back to that in a second as well if I do have any more money left over, which I should. How much is this? How much horsepower does it give me? It gives me a decent amount of horsepower. You can buy all these cheaper parts and still get a decent amount of horsepower, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'll buy the intake, which is cheap. Buy the catalytic converter, exhaust manifold, and an ECU. So very cheap stuff. Exhaust is 9 grand if you want to buy that. The engine tuning is 42 grand, and then I don't think I'll have enough money left over afterwards to be able to tune most of it, so I'll go out of that. Let's get this to be a little bit lighter. How much money is that? That's 32 grand. That's a lot of money. Alright, let's go ahead and buy the transmission. Transmission is important. Well, actually, wait. Let me see the... No, transmission's fine. I'm looking at the gear ratios, and they seem to be fine. Like, if I buy this, I know for a fact that I won't be able to... I will be able to change it up, but it'll still be kind of normal to be able to buy that. I gave myself 100 grand as sort of like as a budget, because I thought that would be something similar to like a person basically when they're starting off playing this game, and what would they do to basically do to buy a drift car and tune a drift car. So suspension and tires is pretty much the most important thing right now. and I have both of those. So I think the rest of the money can pretty much go on weight and on more power, because 327 horsepower to 1,240 kilos is okay, but it's not the best. So let's bring this down to 1,000 kilos. It'll definitely be a big improvement. This is 42 grand. This is 9 grand to add that much horsepower. It's okay, I guess. Trying to see if I can get this to over 400. If I can get this to over 400, then it'll be perfect. But I don't think I'll be able to do that. $18. How much is this? 1,300. Oops. 7,000. Okay. Give me this. I think I had wait, how much money did I have? I had 100,000, 108,000, I think. So I'll leave it there, just so it's like almost an even 100,000. I kind of went over the limit slightly. That's all right. All right. Now I'm gonna head out on the track, and I'll pretty much start going around with the car and seeing what it's like, because yeah, it's pretty much stock right now. Again, money is actually very easy to get in this game. So to be honest, I don't recommend building a drift car that's under budget, right? So when you start off the game, if you start playing it, you have to do all these novice, national B, and all these type of events here. But once you're finished all of those, actually, I don't even know if you have to be like a certain level to do these. But once you get all that stuff done and you have your login bonus, it's actually really easy to go and do some other events. For example, the Red Bull X Challenge event. If you haven't watched my video on how to get like a decent amount of money in this game, or what's the best way to earn money in this game, I guess, then go and watch that video, because it is very easy to get money in this game, and this shouldn't be a problem for anybody to actually try to make a budget drift car. But I've been asked to make this video, so I'm going to anyway. Let's go to Cuba, because that's the track I'm most familiar with, and we'll see what it drives like. I want to see how well am I going to get this car to slide and drive like. I love how people sometimes go on my project drifting videos and they look at the setup that I have on my car, and they're like, "Oh my god, how can you have that type of suspension setup? Blah 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 blah." Because they somehow have a different one. I really don't care what type of suspension setup you guys are running. This is stuff that like works for me, and yeah, this is stuff that like works for me. So this is why I'm using it on my car. If you guys don't think the same, then that's your problem. I don't really have anything to say about your setup, so why moan and complain about mine? It's stuff that I think works on my cars, and that's why I will use it on my cars. Bit of camber at the back. 2.5 should do it. And let's go with 3.2 at the front. Give some positive toe there, because of the way the steering is in this game. Is just a bit different than before. Everything else is done. Alright, let's have a look and see what this drives like. Drifting options, let's turn this off. All the stuff that's already here. I don't know why this keeps going back to... Oops, ABS. No, keep that on. Let's keep recovery force off. I don't know why it keeps resetting. It won't save to like whatever it was last. But let's see what it's like. Let's see what this thing drives like. Oh, it's not slow. Yeah, it doesn't have enough power. So let's change the toe. Give it a little bit less toe. And the front wheels, bring this to 15. Okay, let's have a look here. See what's going on. Should be a little bit better. Whoa, yep, it's definitely better. Let's get it sideways. I think it's a great car for something that's like 100,000. That it is literally worth 100,000 credits. That's including the car price, not just the tuning. I think it's fun. It's weird drifting something that has such little horsepower because I'm not really used to it. Because usually I have like a bunch of money, so when I actually tune something for drifting, I tune it all the way. Would I recommend this to someone? Sure. If you're starting off, even if you're learning how to drift, I think this would be a really, really nice car to do it in. And having spent like such a small amount of money, it's very easy for anybody to do it. It's fun. I like it. Would I recommend people buying a budget drift car and stuff like that? I don't think so, because it's so easy to get money in this game, as I said previously. So, I say just wait a little bit longer and actually just buy yourself something. You can actually buy one of these, because this, once it's fully tuned, it's an amazing drift car. Like, it drifts now with like this amount of horsepower. So when it has like a ton of horsepower and it has better like engine responsiveness and stuff like that, because of the other stuff that you're gonna be able to put on it, like the LSD and the propeller shaft and all that stuff. So it's fun to drift something that's underpowered. It's just weird, and yeah, having something that's a little bit more powerful than this, it will definitely be a lot better. But again, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please show me by leaving a like. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys. There's barely any power. There we go. I'm trying to make it do a burnout. There we go. Just turn around. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Bye.